Everyone thinks more detail everywhere makes better art, but that just isn't always the case. Sometimes less detail is exactly the thing making the piece work. Take this piece for example. The background is nowhere near as detailed or realistic as the face, the hands, the moths, and the lanterns. And that's completely intentional, because realism isn't actually the goal for me. It's just a tool. I can turn it up when I want something to grab your attention, and I can pull it back when I want something to sit further into the image. In this piece specifically, I wanted your eye to land on the foreground first. The face, the hands, the moths around the lanterns. So I didn't need to spend another 20 hours making every single part of that background hyper-realistic. In fact, if I did, I probably would have made the piece weaker, because suddenly everything is competing for your attention. And this is something I really started to understand after making this piece. You don't need everything to be equally realistic for something to feel realistic. Sometimes you can simplify something down to basic shapes, colors, and values, and your brain will fill in the rest. So when you're working on a realistic piece, don't just turn up the detail for the sake of it. Actually ask yourself, where do I want someone to look? Then turn up the realism from there. And if you need to, pull it back everywhere else. Realism isn't always a setting you need to max out, it's a dial you have control over.